Despite the European debate raging in the UK, there are no FITASC sceptics here. Indeed, with the British contingent the strongest of the 28 countries represented, this is Europe at its best. The four-day competition has not been without its problems. A monsoon at the beginning of the week led to some quick work by the organisers. The president of FITASC suspects it may play into the hands of the Brits.
It is an advantage for the British shooters.
We have webbed feet.
So you're welcome in France, and especially at this moment, because we don't know if you are going to. It's maybe the last European Championship for the British. It's depending on your decisions.
So, doubt about our eligibility for next year's Euro Championship, the 50th, which will be heading to UK shores. Based in St Lambert, a couple of hours from Calais, the course was set by Graham Brown. After months of work, this is what he has to deal with.
We lost 6 straps underwater, had to pull everything out, rebuild 6 of the stands, lost some of our best stands, unfortunately just can't get there. And we've managed to pull it back together, but lost some of the original balance, but fortunately it's still shooting well with a similar balance with the new targets.
Once the traps are brought back from the depths, attentions are turned to the logistical nightmare of keeping nearly 800 competitors moving around this beautiful woodland.
Very, very difficult, because my staff must go for the parking, because it's difficult to park a car. It's difficult to go to take a score of stock because the engine is not good.
The big names are here: George, Cheryl and Mark. At the halfway stage, Mr Windsor is joint leader, having dropped 2 targets over the past 2 days. He is a big fan of FITASC.
FITASC is good. It's a different type of shooting. Sporting, some people refer to it as a bit of a repetition game, which it is. They're right. It's one bird after the other, but FITASC is more interesting. You can get, over the course of 25 birds, you can get so many different targets thrown. So I do think it's a slight bit better than English sporting. Yeah, more enjoyable.
Mark confesses he's probably spent too much time on clay grounds coaching to feel hungry for the competitions, but it could be different here.
I've built myself back up for this one, because I couldn't say I've lost it over the last few months. I've just not done as much shooting, not been as keen because I've been too busy. But had a bit of a break at a wedding coming up to this, so maybe it's done me good, coming away from a shooting ground for more than 24 hours. But yeah, I'm enjoying myself at the minute, and there's no added pressure for me at the minute. As long as I'm going out there and shooting targets, it's fine by me.
You may think that FITASC is a very European discipline. Relaxed, guns taking time to smell the powder and breathe in the targets. 25 in the morning, a break. 25 in the afternoon. But don't be deceived.
Normally when we're at home, we want to shoot as many as we can on a Sunday, so it's a race to see how many shoots you can get to. But in actual fact, shooting 50 targets today, it's quite hard going, and you don't realise how tired you get, because you put everything you've got into those 50 targets, and you concentrate so hard and so much that you do actually feel, if you've done a good job, you should feel absolutely exhausted at the end of it.
Have you won this before?
Yeah. I won it 6 years on the trot, and there's quite a lot of pressure to see if I can do it for the 7th. Thanks for that question. Good God!
Moving on swiftly. For those that don't know the subtle difference between a sporting competition and FITASC, Cheryl will explain.
Okay, so basically for a FITASC you have to have your gun below a certain line, and you can't move the gun until you see the targets. Some of the targets take a little while to come out because they're coming from behind trees. Some targets come out really, really fast. So you have to have a gun that fits you, obviously, and you have to have confidence in the gun to be able to mount that gun as quick as you can to make that nice shot.
Now we are, of course, in France, and according to Graham Brown, there are typical French targets. We are more interested in the state of clay sports here. The French Shooting Federation is spending money to secure the future of the sport.
Aujourd'hui, les clubs n'ont pas les outils juridiques. Donc nous devons, tous les, je dirais, toute la corporation du ball trap, de défendre les clubs, les tireurs, d'inciter les nouveaux à venir, d'inciter les dames aussi à participer. Et je dirais, plus il y a de gens qui parlent du ball trap, plus il y a de gens qui vont participer et venir découvrir notre passion qui est le tir du plateau.
Companies like Laporte, Zolli and Beretta are also being proactive with the We Shoot app and a dedicated shooting academy.
For me, it's a shame to see that we have more veterans and super veterans in the competition than the junior, I make the deal with two other companies, the company Laporte, who sell clays and machine, and one shooting range from Signes, south of France. And we decide all three together to promote the shoot for the young shooters. Most important thing is most of the people never shoot before, and the parents was so exciting that now they start also to practice, and it's a really good thing.
The initiative connects competitive shots with the youngsters whom they feel will represent the sport in the best possible way. French shooter Nicolas Berry is one of the Laporte-sponsored mentors.
What matters to Laporte and to us and to We Shoot as well is that we need these kids, these students, these pupils to be polite, they need to be nice with other people, they need to show a good example to other kids.
And how's he doing?
He's doing pretty well. He beat me by 2 targets. He's doing good.
Become the master.
Yeah, exactly.
So, how does it feel for Adrian to see the pupil become the master?
Donc, je m'étais fixé un objectif.
He set 2 goals for today's competition. The first one was to kick my ass, which worked pretty well, and the second one is to beat another junior shooter, and he hasn't seen the results yet. I'm gonna kill you.
Back to the competition and cut to 2 days later. Our presenter Cheryl takes the women's title for the 7th time on the trot. Yay, well done Cheryl. But there is controversy in the men's shoot-off. With Mark in the lead, he throws it away on purpose by shooting at thin air rather than the Laporte targets.
Coming to the last peg, I thought, you know what, the most honest decision and the best decision would be to shoot targets honestly, but miss them on purpose, because the true honest champion was Matthew, and I'm not going to have people say that you won the championship when you truly didn't, because it was a referee's mistake, not mine. So on the last stand there was 4 singles and 2 doubles, so I went on and the bird went to the right and I shot to the left, and the bird went low, I shot higher. And puddles, I shot the puddles, made the splash, everyone started cheering, clapping. Everybody knew what I was up to, And then Matthew, all credit to him, he went back on and he shot all the singles, and I think he missed maybe 1 double, and maybe he killed all of them, I don't know. But at the end of the day, this is exactly what I wanted to happen, because I wasn't going to have anybody put slander against my name saying that I cheated or anything like that. No way. A championship is worth nothing to me if it's not won honestly.
The championship goes to Matthew, and Mark is rightly hailed a true sportsman.